and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Briana Jones.
And I'm Antonio Reese. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan football team finally got a chance to snag a win in the Vet, and this win was definitely not ordinary. The Trojans are now 1-1 after a sunny Saturday game in the Vet. The men hosted the Florida A&M Rattlers for a chance to bounce back from a tough loss the previous week.
Always good to win and get win number one right here at home. It was really good that we got everybody in the game. I think that's in these type games, that's always a huge positive.
This game was filled with stellar moments, including quarterback Caleb Barker being one shy of the school record for most touchdowns responsible in a single game. His back-to-back passes to Damian Willis gave the Trojans a 21-0 opening quarter.
Getting some touchdown passes was big for Caleb. I think that'll help him with his confidence.
Feels great. I mean, after that first game, obviously didn't get the result we wanted, but I think that first win and having, some success during the game helps my confidence, helps me go into this next week, more confident and, just helps us as an offense as a whole, I think.
Just at halftime, the Trojans were already up 38-7, and coming back into the third quarter with just 9:05 on the clock, linebacker Troy Trojan ran a 53-yard interception, but Brown says there is still more work to be done.
I think that we're improved from a week ago. I still think we've got a long way to go to get back to where we've played defensively the last 2 years.
It was a great feeling, especially because I had my teammates leading me there, like Blaze and Dunlap. And it was kind of a great feeling knowing that I had these guys back and they had my back all the way to the end zone.
Your Trojans defeated the Rattlers with a score of 59-7.
The ladies then took on the host of the Big Orange Bash, the Clemson Tigers, for the second season. For both sets, 1 and 2, the ladies scored 21 points, making the sets a little too close for comfort. But the Trojans could not seem to contain the Tigers. In the final set, the ladies only got 19, but still stellar performances from Cheyenne Hayes and Halston Hilliard.
The Trojan volleyball team and defending Big Sky champion North Dakota battled in a 5-set nail-biter, but the Fighting Hawks came out on top with a 3-2 victory in the first match of the Big Orange Bash at the Jervey Athletic Center. The Hawks jumped out 7-2 in the deciding fifth set and staved off a late Trojan rally to seal the match. Troy strung together a 3-point and 4-point rally to cut things close before falling 15-12. Cheyenne Hayes and Belle Waldrop each eclipsed the 20-kill mark in the game with 21 and 20. They're the first Trojan duo to record 20 kills in the same match since Blair Whiston and Marija Zelenovic did so against ULM in November of 2013.
To wrap up their time in Clemson, South Carolina, the ladies took on an estate of the UAB Blazers. The ladies unfortunately had the exact same outcome. They did against the Tigers, winning not one set. Head coach Josh Lauer recaps the trip in its entirety.
This past weekend at Clemson, I think, was the three best teams that we've played in one weekend.
And
Clemson was very physical, and kind of got us. We did not serve well in that match, and that really hindered us to kind of gaining some momentum. But again, on the weekend, we had some good performances from Amara, from Cheyenne. Lacey Jeffcoat played really well on the weekend, and coming off the road this past weekend at Clemson with 3 losses, it paints an unperfect story.
Troy suffered a tough 2-1 loss in overtime at Tennessee Tech on Saturday. Tennessee Tech scored early on a long-distance shot from Marta Marino. Marino collected the ball 30 yards from goal, split a pair of defenders, and fired a shot that sailed into the top right corner, with the Trojans pushing numbers forward and just 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Junior Kirsten Etlin connected with a loose ball at the top of the box and squared a shot that found its way past the keeper to send the game to overtime, but the Golden Eagles came out on top.
The Trojan soccer team made the trip up to Tuscaloosa on Sunday to take on the Crimson Tide, but couldn't quite keep up with the high-powered Alabama attack as the Trojans returned home with a shutout loss. At the Alabama Soccer Complex on Sunday, Alabama's goals were made by only 2 players as Gigi Shore scored a hat trick with Abby Boswell kicked in 2 for the Tide. Troy produced 5 shots in the game. Surprisingly, head coach Jed O'Connor said that they were the toughest team for the Tide so far this season.
Obviously, going
I'm
to
so glad we had a
team of Bama's quality is always going to be a difficult challenge. Certainly, with it being the 3rd game in the space of, I think, 6 days, we knew how difficult it was going to be. But after speaking to their coach after the game, he actually said to us, we were one of the hardest teams that they've had to break down all season.
And as for cross country, the Troy men's and women's team both secured second place at the Azalea City Classic at the Brookley Field Golf Course on Friday evening in Mobile. The men's team tallied 42 points, finishing behind South Alabama in the 18 field. The women's team earned their second consecutive second place finish, tallying 44 points. South Alabama also took home the women's title with 27 points out of the 17. Senior Bracker Stewart won the 8-kilometer race, marking his second individual victory as Stewart won the JSU Strut season opener 5K race to open the season last week. Head coach Elliott Blount on the team's performance.
I gave them an opportunity to kind of just, run free, run with their own race plan, and they did that very well. So I thought it was a very successful meet, men and women. We had an individual win, which is always nice. Again, Bracken. For the second time in as many weeks, came away with a victory, which is always good for morale, energy, and just good effort.
Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan football team's matchup against Nebraska.
But first, Briana sits down with cross country's Bracken Stewart. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.